Isolation Nation. I forgot I'm indoors. Sorry about that. I have to tell you three things. One, this is the social distancing social club. Two, I had edibles. Three,
God.
I'm not remembering three right now. Hold on. Hello, Anna. Smoke, you get a little stoned. Weird shit happens. It happens every time. It's like you connect to the weird part of life. And three is I might have just injured myself in the kitchen right before the show began. Number four, please welcome the second leg of the four-legged Triceratops. It's Steve Hofstetter.
Hey, everybody. Ben, you told us you took edibles in all four of your things.
That's only because I don't know if I've mentioned this. I took edibles earlier.
Yeah, we knew that the second we saw the mask. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. And speaking of edibles, please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Tastiest man in the country. Whoa!
Woof! What's up, everybody? Do I look like a dog, man?
You look like one of those 3D drawings behind you that I'm staring into and it becomes Bowers' dog.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that looks.
Is this the Bow Wow?
This is the Bow Wow.
Holy shit! I just put that together, Steve. He's both Bow Wow and he's the hot dog. Dogs are your thing, dude.
Well, that's only because those dog ears came with the jacket. So.
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? Rachel, are you here? How's
Much
Rachel?
like Bowers,
Yes, I would.
it comes
I would
with
eat
the
myself.
jacket. Queen!
Hey, everybody.
What up, Queen? What up,
So-
Mexico Queen?
Mexico Queen, that my town has run out of internet. There's no internet in my town right now. So I'm on my phone and Kevin's phone.
When you say run out of internet, do you mean that like the
It's just
internet
down.
stopped working, or do you
Yeah, it's just
mean that like, oh, it's the 22nd and we used up our quota?
No, I think they accidentally cut through one of the tubes, Steve. As we know, the internet is a series of tubes.
Right.
Well, they
Right.
did say that it's a problem with the connections and whatever, like the wires, and that they'll let us know within the next 24 hours. Like,
Wait,
if
when
our
is
town can
internet
get it
going
back.
down not a problem with the wire?
Good
That's all,
point.
Steve.
Sometimes
Also,
you put
Rachel,
box around your modem. You ever put the? That's when I call them. Like, is there a lead box around your modem? I'm like, oh fuck yeah, sorry guys. You move that, and then it works fine.
Also, Rachel, I have a question for you. When you refer to it as your town, do you think being in Mexico for a week, 2 weeks, it's a little early to claim the town, or?
Listen, I tend to rush into things, Ben.
She was actually, she's just referring to the room in that apartment. Very small town.
The town's like, I'm not into labels, Rach. I think you're super nice. You're not. I'm not your town yet. This is our town. You know?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
Queen
look, I'm not
Rachel.
your-
This is my town. I am the queen. You're like, ma'am, you're just visiting, all right? I don't care what internet show you're a queen on. You're not the ruler of this place.
That actually, does that ever happen to you guys? Like, so there's times where like you'll do a show and like you're super famous for like 15 minutes. Everyone went to that show, and then you go to a regular bar and you're so confused that no one recognizes you. Does that ever happen to you, Ben?
I don't know if confused is the word. Saddened, definitely.
So,
But, like,
so
you'll-
Bowers, you're saying that like, because there are a lot of venues that'll have a bar attached to the venue. And so like, if you go directly to that bar, then you're famous because everybody who was at that bar was just at the show.
Yeah.
But then if you go to a completely different bar and they're just like, who the hell are you? And you're like, I'm the guy in the dog ears.
I mean, actually, this actually happened all the time when I would motivationally speak, because I would go to a conference like for 3 days, and like I'm kind of the star of the show. I was the keynote speaker, I'm the closing speaker, and I would be there. And every time I walked in the room, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh!" And they'd be all excited. And then I would go home to like a regular bar and walk in and be like, "Oh yeah, no one knows me here. I'm not that cool." It was always very sad.
Yeah, that's why like whenever I get invited to perform at like special weekends, like you know, when I go to Summit or whatever it is, they'd be like, "Do you want to perform Friday or Saturday night?" I'd always be like, "Friday night."
Oh yeah.
Because then you're famous all weekend instead of
Right.
at the very last minute where people are like, "Oh, that would have been nice to have talked to you or even acknowledge your existence for the last 2 days."
I
Well,
will say, as much as I instinctually want to make fun of this, I do understand it because I perform every 2 years. My fraternity has a huge national convention, and within my fraternity, I am famous. Like in my fraternity, most of the undergrads and alum know who I am. And so like I can't walk through the hotel without someone stopping me like every 10 to 15 feet. And this started probably 10 years ago. And it was very weird because 10 years ago, I had no juice whatsoever in this business. And it'd be very weird because I would go there and for like 3 days, I would feel really famous. And then the next day, I would just be like, oh, I can't get booked at an open mic. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yes. Exactly.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
weird feeling.
Yeah, I would
that's
just
what
go to
I
that.
think. That's what I think our whole careers to some degree are about. It's like chasing that high of just getting to live a little bit of that rock star life. Like I had, as you guys know and often make fun of my shows in college, and I became really well known on campus at UCSD. I was a superstar. And that was what my honors thesis was called The Gleib Show, taking a real life dream to the reality of Hollywood. And the whole premise of my life was, can I make happen in life what happened in the microcosm of life that was my school? And like after I graduated, I remember I had to call Blockbuster Video and to return a very late video. And I called them, like I said my name, and the guy's like, wait, from the Gleib Show? He goes, oh my God, this is so exciting to have you on the phone right now. And I was like, what? The Blockbuster guy's a fan?
And he's
I've been
just like,
chasing that ever since.
he's just like, yeah, I am the valedictorian at San Diego. So
I will say the opposite of that feeling, which is the best feeling in the world, is when you and a fellow comic were on a show the night before at the hotel or whatever, and then the next morning you're eating breakfast and somebody from the hotel goes, "Oh my God, I saw the show last night. You were awesome," and only says that to you.
Yes.
Doesn't mention your friend was even on the show. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, true.
actually,
on the show.
one of my favorite moments of my entire career was, and I tell part of the story of when I got to open for Dick Gregory in my set. But there's a part that I leave out because it wouldn't be funny. It was just a fun thing for me, where I'm with him at one of the hotels and we're checking him in, and there are like all these people who are coming up to him constantly. And then this like 19-year-old college kid comes over to us and just goes, "Are you Steve Hofstetter?" And I'm like, "I got one. I got one."
Well, that was exact. First of all, it's amazing you opened for Dick Gregory, the other comedian who notably seriously ran for president. And no thanks to Steve. But
Even more as Brett Gregory's press secretary right there with that story than he did for Ben the entire campaign.
yeah, one tweet for the Gregory show definitely had more.
By the way,
impact.
Dick Gregory had a better chance of winning for president this year, and he died.
Oh,
Oh,
God damn.
He had a better
That is
chance of
harsh.
being president in the 80s, and he was black. That's fucking...
True shade.
He ran in the 60s.
even
True
worse. That's my
shade.
point. Like fucking Ben had way less of a chance than a black guy running in the 60s for president. That's
Thank you so
not
much.
a lot of chances.
That's so funny. I had a moment similar, Steve, to what you just talked about when I was touring with Dane Cook in 2010, when I was on the tour with J. Chris Newberg, Al Del Benny, me and Dane, traveling through North America on a bus, playing sold out arenas every night for 6 weeks. And NHL arenas, NBA arenas, the United Center, the Air Canada Center.
Yeah, we know what arenas are, and fuck Air Canada. But go ahead.
Air Canada is one of the best shows of my life. One of the best shows of my life. It was not sponsored by Steve Hofstetter. And so,
and by the way, like Air Canada's planes, the arena does not travel anywhere.
people are just stranded in there, sitting down, watching something they don't want to be watching. But so we toured over, and it was like insane. The level of fandom that Dane Cook had was mind-boggling, right? So we were like the Beatles, like every night, but it was all because of Dane. Like I was like the fifth Beatle, but we would end the show on stage together doing a musical encore together to a standing ovation in an arena. After they had their lighters going like this on my cue, all the lights in the arena would go out and you'd see thousands of lighters. And we'd finish our song and run off through security escort through the crowd. It was insane. But the three of us would go one way to go sell our merch to regular people and have everybody ignore us. And then Dane would go to like the famous person area. But in one city, we would stop wherever we lived on a bus. So we stopped in this one little like arcade in a hotel. A lot of these hotels in the Midwest will have like arcades and water parks in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it was just pretty fun. So we're in an arcade playing late night after one of our huge shows, and this group of college age kids, like 40, were on some class trip or something, and they swarm us, surrounding us because of Dane Cook. They're all so crazy excited. Literally 18, 19-year-olds like, oh my God, Dane Cook, oh my God. And we're surrounded. And all of a sudden I see this like 50-year-old gray-haired gay dude walk up to us through the circle of teenagers, past Dane, right up to me, and he goes, I don't know who he is, but I love you on Chelsea Lately. Best moment.
Ben on edibles telling stories is going to make the show last 3 hours.
And remember when I had the same story and it took me 20 seconds?
Your stories are long as fuck. Are you kidding me? You add all these details that you don't need to have in the story. Steve's story is like, okay, so it was a cold winter and I'd done a route through 13 cities, ending on stage with Dick Gregory. It's like, what?
That is the opposite of what happened. Anyway, Rachel, what do we
You need
got?
to know the routing schedule.
Wait, Steve, was Ben just trying to give you notes on brevity? Is that what just fucking happened there?
I don't know. I couldn't get through all the notes.
Let's introduce the game.
Let's. Here's how you make your shows go shorter, Steve. Okay, shut up, Ben.
Steve,
All right.
if you would just paused a little longer for that line, you would have gotten a bigger laugh.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Bowers, did we have an overnight game?
We did have an overnight game. It was new traditions during the inauguration. So inaugurations, SDSC. So Frank Berman had people sing the national anthem through their butts, like Ace Ventura would be a fun new tradition. Jeremy Day had two. He had a woodworking demonstration by the new president as they build their cabinet.
God. I veto that cabinet pick.
But my favorite, because of all the memes this week, a fashion show where Bernie Sanders models the latest in winter wear, I think is.
What memes? I haven't really seen any.
Ever.
Oh my God, we should totally do the SDSC logo with the picture with the 4 pictures of us and then Bernie at the end.
It's already been done, Ben.
Yeah.
Literally, it's on our group.
Really? Let's screen share that shit. That's hilarious.
And James, who does a lot of the stuff in my meme group, he did one where I was on stage with Bernie, and Bernie was holding the 484848 sign.
Yeah, that was.
Steve,
All
you
right.
should create a Facebook group of you and your followers called Meme Girls.
Thank you for the note, Ben. Anyway, so today's game is in honor of the passing of a true legend. Truly, I think the only person in the world that I would have been really starstruck around, like the only person who I would have been truly intimidated meeting. Hank Aaron passed away. An absolute legend of baseball, improved the game more than almost anyone in its history. And so today, in honor of Hank's wonderful life and legacy, we are going to improve a game. And so the way it works is you take the name of any game, whether it's a board game, video game, kids game, etc., and then improve it, make it better somehow. So for instance, a successful operation with a brief recovery time. Or World of Beercraft.
Nice.
Or instead of Yahtzee, just yachts. Nice, right? Anyway, so, yachts. Yeah, that's a boat, Ben. They don't have rooms. Anyway, so what you do is you take the name of a game, you improve it somehow, and the way you participate is you comment on any of our streams, our Twitch, our Twitter, our Facebook, or our YouTube. But if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as have a much better chance of being read on air, what you do is you throw in your entry with a tip of $5 at least on PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat. And anyone in the front row gets up to 3 entries for free.
And yeah, that's all true what you said.
Thanks for the note, Ben.
Absolutely. No, what I wanted to something I wanted to say about it, but I don't really remember what it was. But I would like to say something else. Very sad news. Hank Aaron, absolute legend. Can I screen share for a second, Taylor? Thank you so much. This is a photo that my dad took of Hank Aaron at a game at Dodger Stadium many moons ago, and it's pretty cool. It's my dad's favorite picture he's ever taken. Check this out.
Nice.
Oh,
wow.
Isn't that
Wow.
cool?
Wow.
Was your dad playing second base? Like
Yeah,
what?
he had an incredible camera, and he was sitting in the front row. It's one of the most beautiful photos.
There was actually this morning was a little crazy because I was so I was on Instagram and I saw on my feed this thing from yesterday that Public Enemy did with MLB Network, because last year 7 Hall of Famers passed away for only the second time ever. And then
A new Hall of Fame record.
yeah. and then we lost Tommy Lasorda, and so they did a really nice video where Public Enemy made a song called "It's So Hard to See My Baseball Cards Move On," which is just a really amazing way of putting it. And I literally commented on the video, and as I hit send, the news alert comes on my phone that Hank Aaron passed, and like I couldn't even believe it. Yeah, so
Even though technically the cards just go up in value, but
it's the God damn it, that is moving on. So
I swear to God, Ben, I thought you were going to screen share a picture of your dad holding a bobblehead of Hank Aaron. I can't. Very impressed. It was the real guy.
Ben, can you show us your picture that you took of your father taking a picture of Hank Aaron? Or
I can't explain to you the amount of cropping I had to do to make this look cropped properly, because when parents take photos of things, for some reason they think everything should be in it.
no, but here's the
You're giving your dad notes on his favorite picture he's ever taken of his whole.
No. Of the picture he's taken of the picture. This picture's perfect.
I will say though, like the reason I thought about the idea of, you know, like who would truly intimidate me, who would I fanboy out over, and it's because I had the chance to meet Willie Mays and I was freaking out about it, and afterward I was thinking about it and I was like, is there anyone, no matter how famous they are, like no matter what they've done, is there anyone in the world that I would freak out about more than meeting Willie Mays? And I thought about it and I was like, I met Michael Phelps at a show and I was fine. He's super famous. And I thought about it and I was like, Hank Aaron. Like, I think Hank Aaron would have truly intimidated me. Like, I would have.
First of all, that's a beautiful story, but you kind of killed it with the Michael Phelps part, because who gives a shit if they meant Michael Phelps?
He's the most decorated Olympian of all time by like double the next person.
If he doesn't want to be so decorated, he shouldn't stand still like that.
God damn it.
When I was like 13 or 14, we were in Florida and I met Mickey Mouse, and it was a huge deal. And I don't know.
And you've had those ears ever since, Goofy.
I actually have a pretty funny moment that happened. I will keep it very brief about when I met Willie Mays too. It was pretty fucked up, actually. Willie Mays, one of the great heroes in baseball, and I went with my dad and brother to a sports card.
Rachel hates this so much.
We went to a memorabilia show.
Yeah.
Where I purchased an autograph. You get to meet Willie Mays, and he signs a photo for you, and you get a certificate of authenticity. And it was $79. And I was a kid. I'm like, I can't afford this, but I'm going to do it. $79 for as a young boy. That's very expensive. I mean, my dad paid, but I had to pay. So I meet Willie Mays, signs the thing, and then he takes a break because he has to go to the bathroom. My brother sees him in the hallway 1 second later and gets a free signed photo.
By the way,
Oh, that's
1
a
second
bastard.
later.
I think feigned interest Rachel is one of my favorite Rachels.
That took
I don't think Ben
50
even
seconds.
noticed.
Oh, I noticed, and it's my least favorite Rachel. And
You guys are bragging about.
just because something's a sports story, if it's not about sports, it's not inherently boring.
Right. And you guys met Willie Mays, and I met Billy Mays, who invented the ShamWow, and that's my.
That's weird. Another fantastic.
I got
item.
a signed ShamWow, and then 10 minutes later, my brother spills a pop, got a free ShamWow.
And game used also.
Speaking of fans, should we?
You have a front row, Ben.
Let's
Are you?
please.
How high are you?
I understand, but this is fucking Fan Fridays. We're telling fan stories, we're having fun, and we're about to have our VIP video front row join us. Please join the party, our friends. This is going to be a fun one. It's already well underway. A huge group of you here today. Thanks for being here, my friends. We've got Zara Bending coming to us from Australia, all dressed up Immediately, Queen Rachel starts putting on her lipstick. Look at that.
Vampire.
Well, it's no longer feigned interest.
I guess Zara also met Willie Mays. We got Chris LaBalls with us, ladies and gentlemen. His fan stories are all about taking place in his living room.
He takes fucking Fan Fridays to a whole nother level.
We've got Dave Adler with the group photo from the Christmas show with Bernie Sanders in it. I love that.
Bernie, the only responsible one in the photo wearing a mask. We appreciate that, Bernie.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't breathing any of your cooties.
Once again, asking for your Facebook stars.
No one knows what kind of aerosols Facebook stars transmit. We got Frank Berman in the house.
Woo.
We got LJ Mutson stuff. You hear that, Carmel? We got Jason B joining us.
Bernie reading us a story.
That is
Itsy Bitsy Spider.
That's fantastic.
That's so
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's really great. We've got Judy Bonello here, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Judy. We've got Brad Clark. Brad, don't look now, but you're falling into a black hole.
Oh no.
Or look now and try to swim out, I think. We've got Leedy E. Corbin joining us. The drawing maestro herself. Pretty amazing. I love, by the way, Leedy said the other day she was just starting a new semester of school, and she's like, now I'm going to find out if I'm really shit at this stuff. Like, there's a world in which her teacher would be like, Leedy, stay after class. What is this shit?
That's not what a dick looks like. Jesus Christ, did you even Google this at all?
Actually, there are totally teachers who would do that.
Leedy goes,
how many times do I need to show you the reference photo for a shiwi for you to get it right?
Do you know how many times I got a bad grade in a writing class? It's teachers do that shit. Michael Jordan got cut from if Michael Jordan could get cut from his fucking JV team, any of us can get cut from anything.
Thank you for changing that analogy at the end from being, if Michael Jordan can get cut from his JV team, then I guess I could be cut from a writing team.
You mean if by changing you mean saying what I meant and not what you assume I meant, then yes.
By the way, Leedy, in retrospect, probably shouldn't have led with the dick drawings with your teacher. Lead with something friendlier.
And Steve is the Michael Jordan of writing. We've all established that.
Oh my God.
Yes, I don't pass to anyone.
So I should have showed him the drawing that I did of Kristen touching the clit. That's what I should have led with. My bad.
I meant maybe like a hot dog drawing or something. Also, even though Steve did get a bad grade on that paper in writing class, I guarantee you the letter he wrote back to the teacher in response to that bad grade was an A+.
Hey, you don't.
We are joined by.
You're mean to your teammates. Maybe you are the Jordan of writing, Steve. I don't know.
Thank you, Scottie Pippen.
Oh shit!
Quickly, Mary Santora ran in the room. She's like, "Where's Rodman? Is he around?" We've got Brian O'Connor in the house. You're about to be eaten by a manatee. Holy shit! What? I don't know. It's a barracuda. We've got Cass in the house wearing the Fuck Air Canada shirt. Hello, Cass.
Hell yeah. I also like that Ben's just naming fish. Or not even fish. Underwater thing. All right.
Wolf eel.
Here we've got the jellyfish herself. Shannon Burke is here. We've got everybody's favorite goldfish. It's Andrea Gordon. We've got swordfish coming in strong at 9 feet long. It's Abby. We got Jennifer's story about that time she caught a fish.
She's got a wave behind her. You couldn't use that. All right, let's just.
We've got Hayden. Jennifer has a wave behind her. LeMaster. We got Cassie Nolan. Hello, Cassie. We got Jessica Kershaw in the house. Tina from New Zealand. Great framing. That's some Wes Anderson framing right there. We got Jack Dostal.
Is that a fish behind you?
Pikachu butt.
Oh, it's a Pikachu. Okay. Oh, no, it's the cheat. It's the
It's the
cheat.
cheat. It's the cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
a
don't know what
kick
the fuck
cheat,
you
but
guys are
it's
talking
used.
about.
It's from Homestar Runner.
What the fuck are you guys
my
talking about?
God.
It's the greatest thing. It's from a long time ago. It's a lot of fun.
Rachel's feigning interest again.
No, I do. I love Homestar Runner.
Homestar Runner is the best.
Okay, then I can't tell the difference between when you're being serious or not because you looked like you were so sarcastic there. You were like, "Oh wow," you sounded like Owen Wilson all of a sudden. Wow, that's fantastic. We got Michelle Lunger in the house.
Woo.
Michelle, your house is on Cartoon Fire. Be careful. You saw her earlier in the show with our big open surprise guest Anna Hood. We've got Tam Brown joining us. Hello, Tam.
It says this could have been an email.
Rachel
Sometimes
knows.
I think that about this show.
Rachel knows Tam is here. Tam is here.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Rachel,
Tam.
I'm here.
Hi. Good to see you, Tam.
Good to see you.
She'll forget in moments.
Probably.
Regina is here, everybody.
What up?
Bill Thompson's in the house. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh,
Bill, basically that stink.
my God. Wow. You just made me visualize something I never thought I would. Bernie Sanders' pussy. Okay, great. Wow.
Oh, dude. Wow.
Yeah. I wish I could
I'll
take
take-
credit.
I'll take 10 seconds. I wish I could unlive for 1,000, Alex.
What Carmel says all the time. Okay. Well, at least-
I'm going to pretend you didn't say anything, okay? We've got Frank Notaro in the house. Whose legs are those? Now I'm nervous.
That's a stripper, and that's Bernie at the strip club.
Oh, nice. The mittens. That's hilarious. The mittens.
Even at the strip club, he's still distributing money to people who need it.
I will fight for greasier poles. I will fight for longer songs. Shorter songs.
if you're wearing mittens, you're technically not touching the dancer. So that's kind of a cool loophole. I don't know if you know that.
This guy kept rubbing me with his mittens.
Get your mitts off of her. Oh, those are actually mitts. Never mind.
Look at those gloves.
I just figured I would help warm you up slowly, palm by palm. We've got Thomas Ropp in the house, my friends. Hello, Thomas. With a wall full of Post-it notes. And last but certainly not least, we've got one of our darn favorites. Of course, it is Dana Z. Bunster. What up, Z?
Bunst.
How are you, Bunst?
Mostly conscious.
Ben, good job.
Thank you. We got so good to see you, Bunster. Bunster sent me something, by the way, as a prop for the month. Her prop for the month, and I don't know if it's doable for me to do today. I need to, but it's very elaborate, and you guys are gonna really enjoy it. I think.
Is it a flashlight?
Any
He's like, well, maybe I'm
try
gonna.
right now, but it's pretty intricate. I could probably get it in there, but it's gonna take me a minute.
It was going to be that difficult.
Also,
is there any
Marissa
clue
Francis
you want to
already
give people,
joined us.
Bunst? Is there any clue you want to give people about what the prop is, or no?
I thought it was very simple. Number one, I was trying to help Ben streamline things, so I wanted to send something that didn't stay in the house. So
It is a
Food.
flashlight.
it's food. And it's a care package from Maine. And how hard is this? Apparently, I have stumped Ben.
No, I haven't read your note yet, but I will. And We will make it happen. I'm very excited about it. Let me just say the package came in a dry ice box. That's all I can say.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's dead. Whatever's in there is dead now.
I'd like to clarify, it's also not a person, just to clarify.
Well, not anymore.
Not a whole person. No, not a whole person.
Was it a bunch of Maine lobsters, and now they're? Oh no.
No, I didn't know if you knew how to deal with lobsters. I've made that mistake before.
It's like Annie Hall on loop in my kitchen.
Speaking of happy people, did you guys see how happy Fauci was yesterday to be on?
Yes. Oh my God.
Like, just the funniest, like that poor guy, just like, oh, it's so nice. He's like, I wasn't joking. This is way better. I'm not trying to score points. It just was terrible, and now it's great.
He literally was like, now I'm free to actually say things based on the truth and science. So that's very liberating as a doctor. Yes, sir.
He's like, you know all the stuff I said before that they ignored? Yeah, still that. More of that.
I mean, a lot of times he would come backstage and be like, do you want to make up something this week about water slides? And I'm like, that's nothing to do with it.
It has been crazy, by the way, to see how many people on the right have been posting things about like, look, Biden wasn't wearing a mask, and be like, when he was 100 feet away from people who also had the vaccine. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't wearing one then. That's how that works.
Right. He got tested, or he already had it, or
Yeah, he didn't already have it, but they all, like, all those people have been vaccinated. They were all standing apart from each other. They were all tested. Like, that's the way society is supposed to reopen. And like they were, or you just wear it on your head to sell more merch. Right, Ben?
Did I just get notes on selling merch from Steve Hofstetter?
Yeah, fucking take them.
Those are notes. Is this your Michael Phelps filter? Is this your Michael Phelps filter, Ben? Is that what you're doing right now to make fun of Phelps? Is that what?
Wasn't it exciting to meet me, Steve? I've swam so many decorations.
I've swam so many decorations. It was actually crazy. Did I tell the story on the show before about like how that it was very weird. It was at a show. There was this show at this there's a show at this wine bar that seats like 40 people. And so I get there and I see Chris Cope in the hallway and he goes, "You want the good news or the bad news?" I was like, "Give me the bad news first." He goes, "Well, the bad news is there's like 35 people in there and 25 of them are absolutely awful." I was like, "What is the good news?" He goes, "One of the other 10's Michael Phelps." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of cool." And it was like a totally shitty show. Michael Phelps was there, so that was fun.
One time I was in a jacuzzi, just me and Michael Phelps, and I was like, "I'll race you."
As it turned out, it was a jacuzzi, so Ben finished first.
Not set that up, Ben? How are you surprised by that punchline? I thought for sure you were throwing us a softball.
I did not even think about it. I did not even think about it. Holy shit, that is so funny. True story though, not Michael Phelps, the previous most decorated swimming Olympian, Mark Spitz. I knew him as a kid. He coached my brother in soccer in AYSO, my younger brother. And so one time I went to watch them practice, and Mark Spitz asked me if he and I could play against Ron's whole team. So Mark Spitz and I, against 15 9-year-olds, tried to keep the ball away from them and played soccer with them for like 30 minutes for this whole practice.
Ben, while that's a really cool story, how many of your stories involve being much older than children playing against them? How many?
Time this has happened, right? Like this is the 4th or 5th time that athletes raise 9-year-olds.
That is the funniest thing you've ever said.
Well, thank you, and also fuck you. I've said funnier shit than that.
You have not.
Well, if it's not about Ben, he doesn't listen. So that's the funniest thing you've ever said about Ben.
That Ben's heard.
I didn't hear what you said, but the point is, I mentioned up top that I hurt myself before the show. No one cares how I hurt myself? No one cares?
No.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You just said you've been on edibles. Nothing
I
about
also
being
had.
hurt.
I
What's
think
that,
he did say
Taylor?
he was hurt. I just didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care either.
You need to say it. We did have Tam. She said, Rachel, does Ben know there's a front row today? And I don't know why she's asking because she's not even here today.
That's from yesterday, Rach. That's from
Oh, that was
wasn't here.
Oh, hi, Tam. We had Oinga Boinga, long last name, say, these people are trying to fade me. I can't handle it. Call me on my cell phone. Where my laser's at?
What?
I think that's a, I
What?
think that was a super sticker. You're supposed to act that out.
You're like,
Is that? I don't know.
Close, but it's a fat Smurf doing all
Jack pointed out in the comments that was Coach Z, another Homestar reference. I haven't seen Homestar in so long. Like, I've
God.
forgotten so much of this shit. But like we used to sit around in college and just read the strong bet emails. That's the most entertaining.
Emails were by
shit.
far.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, it's so great. It was great.
Steve, do we have any generals in the Venmo?
No, so far Venmo has been all game entries.
Okay, cool. Well,
So
what do we
Alright.
want to do now?
Rach, how's Mexico even other than the internet being out and your neighbor playing loud music all the time? Has it been fun?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, other than you inheriting a town.
Let's get to
Yeah. It's been just same. Like I'm either here or I'm at the beach. And I surfed yesterday. That was frightening, but it's different
Why?
than it was in it was just different waves than it was in San Diego. And it's
They were
just
choppier or what?
Yeah, a little bit more intense, bigger. And so, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when I'm going to come back to the States because there's that new law or the regulation, right? To mandatory to get tested beforehand, which is fine.
I think.
But
Is
then
that for citizens or is that just for
citizens too. Yeah,
Everyone.
You
Yeah.
have to
it
get
is.
tested
And then you have to
what,
self-quarantine.
For how
And then
long?
once I land in LA, 2 weeks.
Yeah, they make you self quarantine and they absolutely don't check or care. It's a very effective law where they're
Need to
like, "Hey
encourage-
guys, you know that thing you weren't doing before? Well, do it."
To encourage Rachel to become a super spreader. I mean, you just
No, I'm
she
not
knows what
encouraging it.
about.
I'm just laughing at how all their rules have no teeth whatsoever. Like they need to actually put some teeth in this shit. What?
I'm stoned. I'm picturing actual teeth when you say shit like that.
And I was talking about, in my head, I went, a super shredder would be a funny name for a hooker. So they're a bunch of and they're like, they don't have any teeth. And I'm like, well, they would be better if they didn't have, I don't know what's happening. So that's why I went,
Super spreader.
That is the worst
"I'll have the
X-Men.
soup."
Be
But
like,
the best triple X-Men.
you're like, well, you were useless against Magneto, but maybe in the after party.
You were useless against Magneto, but at the after party, you're Magneto.
Okay, I did not beat Magneto, but I did give him chlamydia. Oh, high five, super spreader. Nice.
High five. Oh no, not you, Rogue. That hurts.
Other reference, so I act like I know what I'm saying here.
Ben, do you know like fun things? Like what?
Here, I had Superman, Batman. Let's move on.
All right. What is that? Is that Super Spreader's mask?
Yeah, I don't want the germs.
Someone's trying to kill you. There's a bullseye right on your eyeball.
What?
There's a bull. Good job, guys. He'll be quiet for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we get out in those 2
Ben,
minutes?
Ben, I have some notes about how you died.
No, I think let him get to the bit for 20 or 30 minutes.
I think a couple generals came in.
All right, let's do some generals.
On the Venmo.
All right, I got a couple. I got a couple right here. So we've got Dana tipped $5 and said, "Does Ben need more gummies?" I think not. So, although I will say this is the most I've seen Ben laugh during a show. Like we're at almost 200 episodes, and this is the most I've ever seen him laugh.
I'm a hard laugh, man, but weed makes me appreciate shit.
Yeah. All right. And then also we've got Ben Keys threw in $5 and said edibles just kicked in and Gleib's anecdotes are still too long.
Funny story about that. So when I was younger, I remember this.
So one day I'm out on the soccer pitch and I'm beating the fuck out of these 3-4-year-olds at soccer. Defend shit. I've scored 37 goals. My brother's carrying me around on his shoulders. Anyway, Wilt Chamberlain comes over and goes, "Great game, kid."
I did play basketball with Magic Johnson. I'm sure I've told you this.
Where are you?
What do you mean, where am I? I've been shot in the eye and I'm speaking to you from the afterlife.
And is that a random pickle behind you?
Oh, of course it is.
How dare you, dude? How dare you? That's a fucking cucumber, brah.
Should we do an auction? What do we even do?
Isn't a cucumber just a non-ripe pickle?
A cucumber is a pickle prequel.
Pickle prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
I'm on my knees now, and it's almost the exact same height as how my chair is.
Yeah. Should we do an auction?
Fucking cucumber in your mouth.
Do we
sounds
have a
like
two
college.
truths and a lie person?
Oh yeah, we haven't done 2 truths and a lie yet. That's a good
do we
point.
have anybody?
Who is it?
I don't know. Did we not pick one?
Who hasn't done 2 truths and a lie yet?
I haven't done it.
Well, we can give them a couple minutes. So if you
Oh my God! Should we
volunteer-
do one with Ben? Meanwhile, let's do one with Ben. Meanwhile, do one with super high Ben. Let's do, guys. Let's do 2 truths and a high. Let's do it.
Well, the show has
Okay,
25
Brian,
minutes left,
you're
so
gonna
yeah,
be
3
the
stories from
fan.
Ben should be 25 minutes.
Yeah, after Ben, Brian, think of a few.
All right, Ben. Do you
We
want
do
to
it for real? Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
All right.
Let's
I
do it,
remember-
Cucumber Jones.
I don't remember what stories exactly I've told on the show, so I hope I don't give it away that way.
Don't worry, neither do we.
Okay. Let's see.
You're like, all right, 1. I met
One-
Magic Johnson and played basketball with him once. 2.
that
I have
is
a bunch
true.
of 9-year-olds with Mark Spence.
Those are both true. So you already know those are both true. Okay. Those are both true. 100% true stories.
All right.
Okay. So other ones. All right. One time, J-Lo looked me in the eyes and said, "I love you."
That's the lie.
Oh, somehow that one's gonna be true. That one's gonna be true somehow. She wasn't talking to him, and fucking Ben Affleck was behind him or whatever. But he saw.
She was on the TV.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry, wrong Ben. I apologize.
2 is one time I did Molly with Jane Fonda.
Okay.
And 3 is I one time got cockblocked by Barbara Streisand.
Okay. I think the first 2 are actually true.
Yeah, the first 2 are true.
I think the Molly, what was it? Molly with Jane Fonda, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody. Everybody's got that story. Whatever. And then the thing about J-Lo, I think it's true, but it's not. But it's a loophole.
Wait, I fucked up. I said,
I don't think Barbara Streisand
Wait.
cockblocked you. I think you were listening to Barbara Streisand while you fucked a hot tub, so it actually helped you.
oh, I fucked up.
Are they all lies?
All of them are true. I forgot to put a lie in. Fuck.
How did Barbara Streisand cockblock you?
I mean, it's quite a story, but you
Oh,
know,
God.
Oh Lord.
Ben, can I give notes as you tell it?
please. All right, it's the craziest story of my life, but I'll tell it. I randomly ended up one time I was invited randomly by Chelsea Handler to Jane Fonda's 75th birthday party. So all of a sudden, I'm at this private residence, and it's like the Illuminati. Everybody in Hollywood's at this party. Sally Field, Ewan McGregor, Tom Hanks, Barbara Streisand shows up. Penny
By the way,
Marshall.
wait, hold on. First note: it's like the Illuminati. Sally Field was there. Most powerful person in Hollywood, Sally Field.
That's so funny.
Ben,
guys
did all
remember
three of those
Gidget,
things
right?
happen on the same night?
I remember what the three things that I said were. No, they did not happen on the same night. 3 different nights. So, so then I'm at this party, crazily, like literally, I was at Chelsea's house, okay, and it was Christmas, and I was about to go to some other party, and she says to me, "Oh, if I was gonna invite, I know you're going somewhere, but I was gonna invite you to Jane Fonda's 75th birthday party," and I was like, "I'll cancel my plans."
And you were like, I was gonna fix my hot tub today, but
So I walk in this party.
wait, did Barbara Streisand cock block you by turning off the hot tub?
Turn off a hot tub, they get cold fast, Steve.
Nothing worse than a frigid hot tub.
So I'm dressed like an idiot. Chelsea wears a t-shirt on. We show up at this house. Mary McCormick goes with us. We walk in, and Jane Fonda, legend of the world, greets us at the door wearing a fur coat or a faux fur, whatever, gorgeous gown. We walk in this party. We're fucked up, too. We're not sober. I don't know why I'm sharing all the details of the story.
I do.
He has a driver, though. And so we're at the party, and it's nuts. It's literally the weirdest thing in the world. Ewan McGregor walks up to me at one point and goes, "You're the youngest person here by far." Just a weird night. And so all of a sudden I'm talking to Sally Field upstairs. And this story, you believe it or not, it's up to your interpretation, but this is how I experienced it in my life.
Were you about to fuck Sally Field and then Barbara Streisand?
It's like if there's grass on the field, the actual field.
You're kind of not wrong, Bowers.
Oh my god.
So
Mama said her pussy take me anywhere.
never used such a word about such a lady, but I will say that Sally Field is stunning.
Hey, don't talk about her that way. She is the head of the Illuminati. Not.
She looked amazing. I mean, fine as hell, and I would have hit it 100%. I mean, my God. So
was 100 also her age? What are you?
She was 65. She was 65. So
Okay.
at one point, Sally Field and I are upstairs at this party. I'll try to
Wait,
barrel
she was
through.
65. You're like, take me to IHOP where you can get me a discount, baby.
Nah, man, Sally Field owned the IHOP. You know what I mean? So we're on the top of the.
Because it's almost dark and I got to be home before I can't.
Did you take her to dinner at 2 p.m.? What is the story?
Okay, so we're flirting. Sally Field and I are on top of the staircase flirting, and there's
How
a
old
vibe.
were you when this happened?
I mean, this was like 8 years ago. I was like 34 or something.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know if this is like 25-year-old Ben,
No.
where it's, the most Mrs. Robinson the story can be. Or
No, she looked so good. She had this black dress on and heels and things. She looked amazing. Anyway,
The rule is it's twice your age minus 7, but you also get 10 extra years for every Oscar you have. So I think you're
plus another 5 for being in Forrest Gump. That is another 5.
by the way, a month or 2 later, I ran into Sally Field again, and she did not remember me and dissed me. But this night there was vibe. There was vibe. And Chelsea all of a sudden walks up the stairs. Me and Sally Field are alone upstairs for like 30 minutes talking, flirting, having a good time. Chelsea walks upstairs, sees the two of us, and the funniest thing I ever heard, says to Sally Field, "Be careful with this guy. He's a lady killer." So stupid, so funny. So then Sally Field is about to leave the party, and
No, but
evil-
she meant like really, like he might murder you, Sally Field. Be careful.
Ever thought about introducing Chelsea to Carmel? Maybe that was.
So evil Longoria walks into the party, and I now have a choice to make.
Oh,
Do I
no.
Sally Field or do I annoy evil Longoria? I'm not.
To choose which one of these two women reject me. Now this is.
I want this to be about a story about how Sally Field wouldn't fuck me or how evil Longoria wouldn't fuck me.
This, by the way, this is an Eva Longoria story.
Because y'all making a lot of jokes, so I say slowing down the pace. That's
It
not on
makes
me.
it so much more fun.
Oh, it's way fun. So I have a choice to make. Do I try to keep flirting with Sally Field, or do I try to go say hi to Eva Longoria? I chose Eva Longoria. Let Sally Field go off into the night.
And
Later
you
that-
wonder why she dissed you a month later. She's like, fuck you, man. I was flirting with you the entire night. I was warned about you. I was warned. Sally Field sees you talking to Eva
Good point.
Longoria, turns to Chelsea, and Chelsea goes, I told you.
That's a very good point. And so maybe I deserved it. So then I go in the kitchen, and I swear to God, it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. One of the most beautiful, sexiest women in the world, Eva Longoria, sees me across the kitchen and goes, oh, and clearly recognizes me from Chelsea lately. And I'm like, holy shit, Eva Longoria knows who I am and is like excited to see me. This could be a fun night. And she comes over and we start talking, and we have this vibe. We're awesome, fun times. We end up sitting down in this semicircle of insane people. Penny Marshall, Kathy Griffin, Chelsea, Eva Longoria next to me wearing this beautiful black leather short dress.
Wait,
And
I'm going to tweet at all of these people and see how they tell the story.
I guarantee you, Eva Longoria is like, remember that time the valet guy tried to fuck me at...
She sees him across. She goes, oh, my keys.
I was wearing a red jacket then. And so we're sitting in this circle. Literally, we just hear peripherally the Barbara Streisands of the party and Sean Penn. Kathy Griffin hops into the conversation and goes, okay, so Barbara Streisand and Sean Penn are here. How do we get in? How do we go in? Do we go politics? Do we go causes? So weird. And so
And you're like, Kathy, I'm trying to choose between Sally Field and Eva Longoria. Shut up.
So here's where it gets crazy, though.
Here's where it gets crazy.
Eva Longoria is telling a story, and in the act out of her story, she rubs her hand on my thigh, all the way up my thigh, like right too close for comfort, where all of a sudden, for the first time in my head was, wait, what? Is Eva Longoria kind of hitting on me? So I pulled up all the confidence I could possibly muster a couple minutes later, and I said to her, you want to go take a walk someplace? And she goes, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, oh, shit. We get up, and we start walking down this area of this enormous grounds, and she's wearing on top of her dress this like see-through black shawl thing tied, and she stands up, and it like unties itself in the wind as we start walking. I swear to God, turns to me and goes, Ben, you're undressing me already? When I heard that, I was like, that's for sure on. It's for sure on.
Yeah.
Right?
I already don't believe this story because she called you by your name.
And that's when Ben suggested they watched Yentl and fucked everything up.
No. So right then, we start walking down this area, and a woman comes up to us, interrupts, and says, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but Eva, Barbara Streisand really wants to talk to you. And Eva's like, oh my God, Ben, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. And bounces. And for the next 2 hours, it talks to Barbara Streisand. And I got cock blocked by Barbara Streisand.
Do you know what Eva said to Barbara Streisand first thing? Thank you. So glad you got my text.
Great story, Ben.
I don't think she recognized you from Chelsea lately. I think Eva recognized you from your college show, Ben. I think she's.
This is what you host the Gleib show?
This is amazing.
Isn't that a pretty crazy fucking story?
Pretty crazy story.
That is a pretty crazy story. By the way,
It's better the third time I've heard it.
Have you heard that before? Oh, have you?
Some of us have.
Really? Oh, I mean, I think I told it in a VIP session, but
yeah, Ben, in fairness, I had heard it before, but I never believed it. So
also that night, Bill Maher dissed me. It was a weird night. Anyway.
Okay. We got a Venmo coming in from Curtis Mason. Throws him $5. Says, my favorite Ben moment was the episode of Idiot Test where Ben learned how to spell idiot test from a contestant. That happened? Did you used to spell it with 2 T's?
I mean, that's a no. The show is misspelled, and I always was annoyed that we misspelled our own show name. And I was just pretending in that moment for a funny moment to be surprised when he was like, "Wait, what? There's 1 T?" And I turned around to be funny, but no, it was very stupid that it was named that. But it worked. It worked.
By the way, LaBalls in the chat just said that's the lie. Also, Tam tipped $2 and said, if Ben hated Bill's Bernie instinct background, he'll really hate mine. Can we put Tam up on screen? Oh my god.
Wait, no, I didn't look down. Out of respect, I didn't look down.
Oh, you gotta look down.
Wow.
And once again, asking for you to cross your legs.
Oh my god, Bernie is the new huge dick black porn star guy.
Oh my god. Also, Alex just tipped $2 and said, thanks for the dry eyes wide shut story.
I've got 5 generals. We had Technics say Bowers, clip toenails or come first after showers.
Wow.
Techniques, a
Come during
talking
a shower.
dog walks into a bar.
What's that?
A talking dog walks into a bar and said, what's on top of the house? Roof. What texture is that sandpaper? Rough. And who's the best batter of all time? Ruth.
Wait, do you know the end of that joke?
No.
The rest of it. So the full joke is that the guy says, I bet you my dog can talk. And so he does all that. And then the bartender's like, oh, shut up. That's just a trick, whatever. And as they leave, the dog turns to him and goes, should I have said DiMaggio?
Technics. The bartender. Oh yeah, he just finished it out. Well, no, he said the bartender kicks the dog out, where the dog turns to the crowd and says, "Guess I should have said Hank Aaron instead."
Yeah, it's
Rip
Harry.
Hank.
There you go.
A couple
real
more.
cool.
Zara. I'm gonna keep going.
Doesn't matter.
I
yeah.
didn't. I didn't know you could get contact high via Zoom. Ben, you lady killer. My last name may be Bending, but even my back hurts from picking up all those names that you dropped.
Listen, that's exactly why I don't often tell stories like that and have never told that story publicly, but except of a VIP. But you got to weigh as a performer. Do you want to tell one of the most incredible stories ever at the risk of them being name droppy or not? I think it's worth being told.
No, that is true. Once Barbara Streisand cock blocked me, I was talking to Michael Phelps after a show, and like we really had this vibe, right?
You had a vibe. You had a great vibe.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I firmly believe it's not name droppy if obviously in the story you don't belong to be there and you're a fish out of water. I'm not like my good friend Barbara Streisand. I was like in mind blown heaven at this party. It was like, wow, to be inside that thing, you know?
I mean, I will say Billy Mays gave a terrible hand job, but the cleanup after really cleaned up well.
Billy
Made it
Mays
work.
gave you that hand job, and you were like, sham, wow.
I was like, ugh. And then once he cleaned it up, I was like, oh, I get it. Okay, it was great. Yeah, don't you hate when that
You'll
happens?
never come as hard again.
How much would you pay? I mean, $5 for you to stop? What about now? Okay, $8, you're getting tighter. How about now? Okay, stop it. This hurts.
You're getting tighter.
All right.
That is
Rachel.
fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Last one, Zara, and I appreciate you for this. She said, baby, you aren't being paid nearly enough for this breakout room. See you soon.
We got a couple more coming in. Scott tipped $40. Scott Hillier and said, someone makes fun of Ben for talking too long with his stories, and then that happened.
I also forgot the part for brevity's sake where at the end I asked Eva Longoria out and she pretty embarrassingly rejected me, but we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time. You can save for another
You should leave that part out.
He was like, what? Was that Barbara? Yeah, Barbara needs me back. What? Yep. No, she's yelling for me. No, I definitely hear her. It's her pitch. I can tell. It's Barbara Streisand.
Turns out Barbara Streisand wasn't even at the party. So Tim threw in $5 and said, that moment when you realize Ben's Eva Longoria story was much shorter in the telling at a VIP. Did not think that was possible. And then listen to this very.
Well, I didn't have these assholes jumping in with comments.
Oh yeah, I mean that did make it way more fun though. And then
hilarious.
And then Robert Bigelow threw in $79 and says to even out Ben's 79 autograph because you were all great cheers from Nashville. So thank you very much. That replaces the money that Ben spent as a child. Although considering that was in like the early 90s, you'll have to adjust for inflation. So if you could throw in a couple more bucks, we would really appreciate it.
Also, understand, in that story, Ben's brother didn't get a picture bought by his parents already. They were like, yes, Benny, you can have a picture, but fuck you to the brother. And the brother had to run to the bathroom and chase Hank Aaron down at a urinal to even get a picture. So I think that Ben's brother's the one that should be pissed off about this story, to be honest.
Yeah, Ben's brother was rewarded by the universe.
Zara said, back to Doodoo Bean. Where the fuck is Doodoo Bean? And last one, and then we'll get to Brian. Chris LaBelle, Billy Mays here with Coxie Clean.
Oh my God.
All right, Brian.
Never have to clean up after your own hand job again.
It works on hot tubs. It works on driveways. It works on almost everything.
It works on the night after you were thinking of Eva Longoria. It works.
Do you like to masturbate on boat decks, chimneys, hard-to-reach surfaces?
Eva Longoria is somewhere telling a story where she's like, yeah, I have this little deal I do where anytime a creepy guy's talking to me, I have my assistant tell me that Barbara Streisand wants to talk to me the next day. Everyone understands.
By the way, this wasn't Eva Longoria. It was her evil twin sister, Evil Longoria.
It was actually Evan Longoria, former shortstop for the Rays.
Don't regional sports drop.
Brian, let's do 2 truths and a lie.
Play third base.
All right, I'll be much shorter than Ben.
Oh, sorry, third base.
Appreciate it.
Brian, I'm sorry we're out of time. Thank you so much for playing.
Brian,
The first one is I weighed 2
three
pounds
stories
6
Ben
ounces
told
when I was born.
as you, I'm gonna die. That'll be great.
Wait, what's that again, Bowers?
It said if Brian just tells 3 stories that are just exactly your story you just told, but those are his lies.
I can't remember them. So the first one is I weighed 2 pounds 6 ounces when I was born.
Okay.
The second is I met President Reagan when I was a kid. We were door knockers for him.
Okay.
And the third is I've ridden my motorcycle greater than 1,000 miles in 24 hours.
All right. Motorcycle's totally true. I see. I'm assuming that seems like something you would do.
I think the Reagan thing is true. Like I think that's Brian's name drop to compete with Ben here.
I think that one's a
1,000
lie.
miles and what's that, Rach?
Reagan's
I think the
better
second
looking,
one's a
too,
lie.
The Reagan thing's a lie. I mean, well,
1,000 miles in 24 hours, you said?
that's
Two
not hard.
2 pounds is pretty light though. So I'm gonna go with the first one as a lie.
When you were 2 pounds, how fast could you run? What was your 40 time?
Well, when you're 2 pounds, it's very aerodynamic.
Being a guy who's been premature most of his life, I'm gonna go. I think the Reagan thing's a lie. I think he was a preemie baby, and I think he rides a motorcycle to compensate for it. I think the Reagan thing's a lie. That's what I'm going with. Number 2's a lie. Ben.
I think that the 2 pound baby was a lie. I totally feel the vibe of the other two.
Steve.
I said the first one, the 2 pound baby is the lie.
Steve, just vote a couple more times if you can.
The 2 pound baby is the lie.
Thank you.
You want
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the 2 pound baby.
What is your vote, though? What is your vote?
Yeah, can you tell us how you land on this?
The motorcycle.
Kill all of you.
All right, the lie is
Somehow we're making Mexico worse for Rachel. I don't know how that. I got
She's
no
like,
internet.
not in my town. You don't. This is my town.
I've never heard somebody refer to Mexico so nonchalantly. Yeah, same. It's not the same. It's amazing.
all right. The lie is I did not meet Reagan.
Oh,
No, how
I
I
was in
knew
fact
instantly.
2 months
Brian.
born 2 months early, 2 pounds 6 ounces.
Wow.
And the motorcycle.
Brian, do you know
was
how I
super-
knew immediately that that was a lie? Is like when you said the second one, your eyes went
I can't
to the side to read something, and then came back, and then I noticed the other ones you didn't. So
I was too busy looking at the fish.
So Brian, you're saying you cannot lie? That's part of your thing?
That's correct.
Is Ben funny?
And I do like big butts.
Do you think Ben's funny, Brian?
I on that one.
What kind of motorcycle?
Currently a Beamer 1200 GS, the Boxer.
What was the ride? What was it between?
Raise the beaver.
The first time I did it with my 15-year-old daughter. We went to Missoula, Washington for lunch, and then came back home to Seattle.
Holy shit!
Yeah, Missoula.
I've driven that drive from Seattle to Missoula. I spoke in Missoula one time.
I've driven that drive, but I was in a car. It's a lot easier. And then
I've flown that route several times. Tiny chunk of the flight was right.
And then you said that was the first time. So did you do that a second time?
Yeah, I've done that multiple times.
Same.
Time, different routes. That was an easy route because you can just take 90. I once tried to go from Seattle to New York in 50 hours, which is called a coast to coast, and I failed and made it in 57 because I got lost in Chicago.
You fucking suck at that. 57.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Brian, did you know, by the way, why originally when they did door knocking programs for Reagan, a little bit of presidential history, he went with them and he had to stop going because every time they knocked on the door, he'd be like, "Who is it? What?"
And then they tried doing the same thing with George W. Bush, but he kept giggling at the word knockers. All right, we got some more Venmos coming in.
They're gonna do that on Trump, and now they have to knock before they go in. They can't just do it regular like they used to. They had to change it.
So we got Robert Bigelow threw in $6.66 and said inflation on the $79, and also the number of our past president. Fuck that guy. So Kim Stewart threw in $20 and said, "I am so loving Hi Ben." Agreed. And Eliza Baker threw in $25.
That makes one of you.
And says, Hi Ben is cracking me up. Also super jealous. Steve met Willie Mays. When I started watching baseball as a kid with my dad, Mays was the first player I knew. It was really I almost said amazing thing. It was really a wonderful thing.
Are you high? What the fuck was that sentence?
What do you mean? It was funny.
It really were an amazing thing.
He was changing his thought. He was going to say amazing, then that's a Mets word, so he didn't use it for a fucking non-Met. So then he.
Well, no, Willie Mays was on the Mets. I didn't want to say amazing. I didn't want it to be a pun accidentally.
You're afraid of puns. You have to embrace them, Steve.
I'm afraid of them. A pun killed my grandmother.
Punch drunk.
I don't know why people are excited that you met Willie Mays when we both met Willie Mays. What is that about?
Yeah, but
well, I didn't pay to meet him.
A bunch of 9-year-olds at a game. He met Willie Mays like to be nice.
Tell me more. Can we do a lady auction?
First, before we do, Bunce threw in a tip and said, "Bow wow, your Dalmatian ears are adorable. Please tell me you have a Dalmatian onesie."
About to get one. That would be.
All right, are we doing lady auction?
Okay, leads. I think she has a couple options. Or what she's
Yes,
thinking.
I do.
This is called auction options.
Auctions with Lady Corbin. I have two things.
So wait, are we going to auction off what we auction off first? Are we going to vote on which thing we pick first in an auction and then do an auction for the thing we pick?
Here are your options. You have fuck my fucking toe. Marilyn Monroe loses a toe.
So good.
A pun didn't kill my grandma because I wasn't afraid to say a thing that rhymed. Okay, and then I have this one of Sherlock and Holmes together, hanging out. There you go. Take your pick.
Both great ones. Holy
I'll
shit.
auction off the Sherlock Holmes because I want the Marilyn Monroe one myself.
I kind of want the
That's
Maryland
Steve
too. It's
Lock
pretty
Holmes
awesome.
and Steve Lock Holmes and Ben Watson.
People want the Marilyn Monroe one. I think that's the one we auction.
That's the best one to auction off. That's it.
Hash it out with Bowers over here.
Oh,
Fight.
that's fine.
Okay. I'll make you a custom one with a different famous actress breaking her toe.
Oh, please let it be Eva Longoria and running from Ben. He runs from Ben and she goes, fuck my fucking toe. Hear that? She wants me to fuck her. You hear that? Everybody heard it.
No, it's
Steve.
Eva Longoria with her foot caught in the grate, and she's like, "Fuck, I'm trapped."
Oh my god.
Also, this has been a very self-reflective episode for me because maybe she wasn't at all ever interested, and that was just a funny line she was saying in conversation because she did reject me at the end pretty much. So.
All right, here we go, guys. Steve, can you help me monitor the YouTube chat?
Oh,
Just 'cause
yeah.
mine looks to be a little bit slow.
Hold on. Let me bring it up. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we are going to auction the Marilyn Monroe gets her toe.
Wait,
her extra
before we start, yeah, the Marilyn Monroe. But before we start, before we announce what we were auctioning, Carl put in the chat 30 blind. And then raised it to 55 against himself.
Nice.
And Alex Breyer is in for 75.
Wow.
All right, $75, Alexander Breyer.
Yeah, $75 to Alexander Breyer. If we get up to 150, can you draw an extra toe, like in her hand?
Yes, I can.
LJ Mutz at 100. We got $100 from LJ Mutz.
We're at $100. Ben is not going to participate while he reflects as to whether or not Eva Longoria actually wanted to fuck him. He's trying to figure it out.
Sorry, Ben.
If you're gonna cry, you gotta be baby Ben. You gotta be baby Ben.
Is this what's going to happen to me on the 200th episode?
Oh my god.
It's not fair. I wanted her to like me.
I had to pay $79 to try to fuck her. My brother got to fuck her for free by the bathroom.
Oh my god.
This is fair.
Guys, Eva Longoria just unfollowed me on Twitter. She didn't even follow me in the first place. She found me to follow me to unfollow me because of these stories. That's what just happened.
I followed her though.
You did. You sure did. All right. It's still high as $100 for the Marilyn Monroe. Do we hear? Excuse me. We're doing at least $10 increments, so we got to bid at least under 10.
110.
110. Does anybody bid 110? We got 100 to LJ Mutz right now. $100 to LJ Mutz. Do we have 110? 110? 110. $100 going once. $100 going twice. $100 going.
Gotta wait 10 seconds for YouTube to catch up.
Yep.
And learn that you can talk to anyone at a party. If you have a tray of crab puffs, it's the perfect cover.
That's why Ava was like, "Oh, you come here."
Oh god, Gus bid 110 and he promised to give it to Bowers if he wins.
Oh.
How to win an auction 101. Not for me. It's for someone else.
Leedy, can you make her, to honor Gus doing this for Bowers, if Gus wins this auction, can you make her say, "Hey"?
Oh, no,
Hey, my fucking toe! That's what it is.
All right, 110 going once. 110 going twice. 110 sold to Bowers through Gus.
Yay! And I wanted to see if I could speed draw it. Here's Ben's version. Oh shoot, let me practice the focus. Fucking.
Got a sick jacuzzi. 30 seconds. That is amazing.
Oh my God. Wow.
And by sick, I mean it has gonorrhea.
Oh my God, that is great.
Oh, that is going gonorrhea. Okay.
Oh God.
Do we have anything to catch up on before we play the game?
I do not.
All right. Ben Keys says $5. I muted you all. Can you wave at the camera when Ben is done with his cock block story? You can watch again, Ben. Don't worry. You can watch again. Oh my God.
So then Eva Longoria turns to me and says,
So the game today.
So then I say to Eva Longoria, would you like a crab puff, miss?
and she ate it, clearly trying to seduce me.
We love you,
And she left right away, playing hard to get. She was really trying to get me.
But then I offered her a napkin and she's like, okay.
The game today is improve a game. Any game, doesn't matter what it is. These are the two unpaid entries that I liked. If you're in the front row, please raise your hand and I'll read the entries. Andrew Kerr had Candyland, but with real strippers named Candy.
Oh my God.
Sarah had instead of life, utopia.
Nice.
That one. Okay, so let's do
Can you imagine
the
a
front
game
row.
that was Utopia? Just everything you landed on was great. There was no downsides. It was just a fun
You're like,
game.
yes, I rolled a 3. Yes, I rolled a 4. Fantastic. I rolled a 5.
That's called the game of Bauer's life.
It's called success. I love it.
All right, let's start with Jason B.
I think I used all my daily creativity on this, but here are some 3 bad ones. Dungeons and Dollars.
Nice.
Donkey
Still dungeons,
Bong,
though.
Donkey Bong and
Donkey Bong.
Poker All Night.
I think Donkey Bong is what I used on the 420 show.
Probably.
Hayden Lemaster.
All right. I've got, instead of Monopoly, a well-regulated marketplace. After all the hand job jokes, I had to Handyland. And finally, since we learned this week replacing an idiot with Biden makes things better, I have Biden test.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wait, what?
Zara.
Hey, I have a World Wildlife Federation Smackdown, Panda's Revenge. My choice of poison, Tekken Tag Tournament, but actual tag. And I'll keep it simple. Nintendo Wii fucking.
Nintendo Wii.
Yay!
That's the noise you make, Steve, for sure.
Cass.
Tic-tac-toe, X's and Hoes. And instead of Settlers of Catan, Settlers of Dead Ass.
That's fantastic.
Wait, X's and hoes. Hoes make it better. X's make it worse.
Jenna.
Hey, I've got. Oh yeah, when I was a kid, we would sometimes play hide and make out. Cooperation. And then I had what do you meme? Bernie Sanders edition.
It's so good, but I love when people just add him now just to any situation where it's not funny. It's like, oh, there's a park and he's sitting in it. All right.
Bill Thompson.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. First one is actually really for Zara. Instead of exploding kittens, exploding pandas. Instead of battleship, cruise ship. And it's an actual game from way back when, but
oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew.
Instead of the Sega touch myself.
Andrea.
Okay, these are bad. Instead of Mortal Kombat, Turtle Wombat, because that sounds adorable.
Oh, Wombat!
I also have I'm all right, but I could eat hippos.
Turtle Wombat. Photograph him.
And my last one is checkers, and check his too. We're not picking on women today.
Yes. Meg Begley.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I had instead of I had a couple similar to you guys. Instead of battleship, I had diplomacy ship.
Nice.
Instead of access and allies, I had allies and allies. Instead of hungry hippos, I had full and satiated hippos.
Cassie Nolan.
I've got 52 cards already stacked. Sorry, no, you go. And instead of God of War, Doggo of War.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, LeBalls.
All right, so I have Call of Booty. Connect 5. And the last one, just not playing bingo.
All right, Jack.
All right. Hide and seek enlightenment.
Nice.
Kick the can through the uprights instead of double dunking it like the Chicago Bears. And I had to go back to the video games of the 80s for the last one, but that would be Pie Hunter.
Jack, these entries are very good, Jack.
Anna Hood.
Oh, mine are actually pretty similar to some of the other ones. So I had sorry, not sorry. And I had the government finally breaks up Facebook's monopoly. and meaningful pursuits.
That's good.
Ozzy Bunst.
Woo! I got 2 this time. I'm moving up. I got Tiddly Dinks. And instead of hopscotch, I have hopscotch.
Yeah. Scotch and hops.
Goes together.
Tam. Hey, welcome to the show. I didn't know you were here.
I heard. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
No? Okay. Good to know.
You know who Eva Longoria is?
Can you describe her to me?
Yeah, she runs real fast.
Back of her
Henry,
head.
they don't understand me.
I have Rock'em Roll'em Robots Dance Off
Nice.
instead of Risk Reward. Instead of Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dawns.
Oh my god.
Adler.
Okay, so I have let me get there here. So I have either instead of Pinhead, Dickhead, and so it would be a bunch of dicks instead.
Wait. What did you use to make that fucking mold?
His face.
This is his face.
Oh, I thought you had a weird looking dick. That on your dick, and that's what it looked like.
Yes, Dick is his face.
Oh.
What else?
I'm so glad.
Wow.
That's
And
National
the other-
Lampoon's Don't Ever Show Me That Again.
And the other one just add an S for asteroids. That's it.
Andrea in the chat just said Adler always has visual aids. I think we all just got visual aids.
Moving on, Tina.
Hey, I've got Doggy Doo-Doo Bean. And I've got the Resident Evil has left the White House.
Yes. President Evil.
Very good. Marissa.
Okay, so I've got three. The first one's a bit crummy, but I said Monopoly. You get a house. You get a house. You get a house. You get a house. And instead of battleship, I said relationship. And instead of hungry hippos, I put appetite suppressant hippos.
Just a bunch of marbles sitting in the middle of the board.
That first one, Marissa, is called Boomer Monopoly. You get a house, and you get a house.
Abby.
The hippos are just on the sides chewing on celery.
Keto hippos.
So instead of the floor is lava, the floor is a field of wildflowers.
Nice.
And instead of pin the tail on the donkey, with appropriate anesthesia, surgically replant the tail on the donkey.
Excellent. Regina.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, I have three. Number one, I have Family Feud becomes Family Reconciliation. I have Everybody Gets to Be a Millionaire. For my last one, I have something that would improve the world with a game, which is to qualify for president, you have to win Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Post idiot test.
Brian O'Connor.
I just have one Ticket to Ride That Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All entries. Of
course, he's talking about his
motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
That's a
Shannon Burke.
That's it.
When he says hog tied, he's just tying up his hog so we can go into the bar for a couple hours.
I love it.
Instead of duck, duck, goose, 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 goose.
Oh my
god. Awesome. Did we miss anyone? Wave at me.
Frankie's up
Frank, thank you.
Yeah, I just got one. Instead of idiot test, intelligence test.
All right. Anyone else? Wave at me. All right, Rachel, take it away.
Okay. So the rest, we've got Jonathan S. Instead of secret Hitler, obvious Hitler, and he gets executed after the first turn.
Wait, there's a game called Secret Hitler?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
I know. I feel very conflicted about it. I played it once in a backyard in New York, and I don't love it, but he's the bad guy in the game, at least.
You played a different game.
Yes. Very much so.
Rachel, what else we got?
Jonathan S. Cards Against Sean Hannity.
That's good.
Jonathan S. Settlers of Catan without somebody making the "I've got wood for your sheep" joke every 5 minutes. Technics. Bop it, twist it, pull it, sit in it, LaBelle. Oingo boingo. Immortal wombat. Shout out to Zara.
Nice.
Cannabis Jones. Nose candy land. Dizzy by nature. Dungeon and drag queens. Stephanie. Bong. Poker. But only with affirmative enthusiastic consent and edible Candyland. Those are two different
I think
ones.
those are two different. Yeah.
Those are two different ones.
I think it was 3 different.
Boingo
Bong
boingo.
was bong, but okay. Bong was pong, but okay.
Pong.
There was 3 there. But all right.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's fair. Those are 3 entries.
Sorry, you got
Oingo
that one
boingo, long
bong.
last name.
All right, keep going.
Boingo instead
Yeah.
of bingo. Last one on my side is Razor had 2 truths and a lie. Cliff Notes edition. Did you hear that, Ben?
Steve, do you have any on your side?
Yeah, there's a bunch coming in from the Venmo. So we have, let's see, we got Curtis Mason has why don't you go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself? We've got Aaron Colbert, 7 minutes in Eva Longoria. Every time I've tried to play that, Barbra Streisand's interrupted me. But Curtis also has Need for Speed and edibles. Colleen Hansen, Dungeons and Consenting Adults. Gus Walsh, Hungry Hungry Hippies. He also had Sorry Not Sorry, and then Gus's last entry is Idiot Drug Test.
And then
All
I've
right.
got one more entry on here. Oingo boingo, long last name. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Ah. No
That
idea
was
what
not
that
the game
is.
entry.
Then it was. He
Oh no, that's
specifically
that's
said.
he was just texting you for after the show.
That was a request.
All right. Now there's some really good ones there. 7 minutes in Eva Longoria was really good. All right, but I could eat hippos. I liked a lot. 52 cards all ready stacked was good. Handy land. It's between Cards Against Sean Hannity and Settlers of Dad Ass. Those are good. I'm going with Settlers of Dad Ass. That's what I'm going with. Rachel, what was your favorite?
I want to give it to Donkey Bong.
Nice. Ben. You're muted, Ben.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. There were so many good ones. So many good ones. Hop, Scotch, fantastic. Meaningful Pursuit. Cooperation, amazing. Cards Against Sean Hannity, so good. Resident Evil. Mortal Wombat, Boingo. What was LaBelle's middle one though again? LaBelle?
Shoot, I had Call of Duty Connect 5.
Yes, I did not care for that one. The winner is Boingo.
That's cool.
Aggressive, all right.
That's a solid bit, Ben. Taylor, you're going to have to break a tie because all 4 of us are voting for different ones. So my vote, there were some great ones. I really liked Well-Regulated Marketplace. I really liked Call of Booty. But I'm giving it to Family Reconciliation. because it would be fun to see Steve Harvey try to host that. Anyway, so the tie right now is Settlers of Dadass, Donkey Bong, Boingo, and Family Reconciliation. Taylor, what is your vote?
We go to Taylor, who is the Kamala Harris of SDSC. Taylor.
I am not nearly as important or groundbreaking as her. You gotta put it down for me. But one of my favorites was one of those mentioned, and it was Settlers of Dadass.
That ass is the winner.
Nice work.
It takes at least 3 people to play.
Ben getting there across the finish line.
That's hilarious. Who, the person with the ass, the person currently there, and the person settling and kicking the person out?
That's just Settlers of Catan. You can't play with less than 3 people. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I made the joke worse in my head. I made the joke much more graphic in my head.
All right. Rach or Bowers, you got any?
I've got 3.
I have 2. So
I got 6.
I have 0. I have 1.
What?
I have 0.
What?
Yep.
All right, I'll do mine first.
He was just the whole time. He was just writing Ava Gleib. Ava Gleib.
All right. Connect 1. I win. Truth or dares that you're comfortable with. And then spin the bottle, but it lands on the hot person.
Like spin the bottle with a magnet of some sort.
Why isn't the bottle not stopping? Why is the bottle not stopping?
Bowers?
That was a grand slam right there.
Yeah, it's only for players 7 and up. Okay. So there's hotness 7, not that they're a kid, dickhead. I mean that they're a 7. The bottle wouldn't stop spinning because they weren't 7. That's the joke I was doing.
I'm so glad you explained it further because it made it worse when you said, no, they're hotness 7. I was like, what? That's even... Oh, scale of 1 to 10, 7 on a scale of 1. Got it. Okay, I'm with you.
You judge children 1 to 10, Steve? That's fucking
No, I thought you were. All right, what are your jokes? Tell us your jokes.
Me and Steve were one time, and I go, that's a cute little kid. He goes, fucking 5 tops.
Oh, shut up. What are your jokes?
I had one more improve a game. Ben, have you tried kissing Carmel on the neck? Maybe that would help.
No, I try that a lot. That's so funny.
All right, I got a couple here. I got instead of Uno, Dos. I have Chronic the Hedgehog. That is the 200th episode. I have Vacation on Catan. It's lovely here. I have Street Lighter 2. Just someone lighting up the streets. I have Victoria Categories. That's one of our fans. And the last one, I have we have plenty more fantasies after this one.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I do have one. I don't mean to one-up you, Steve, but instead of Dos, Trace.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, we made it through. Ben, it's time to sing the song. Here we go.
It is Leedy Doodle time. It's Leedy Doodle time. She likes to do the drawings. Nothing rhymes with time.
Instead of Trace, Quattro. I win. Okay.
Yes, because you're so good, you don't trace.
All right. First up, I have. By the way, I did edibles. Evil Longoria.
Nice.
Then I have. I'm a big fan, Mr. Hofstetter.
Oh, that is adorable.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's Dave Gregory.
I don't know why I'm saying that to Steve.
All her generic fan characters are you, Ben. I don't know why.
Then I have Mexico is mine.
Queensland.
Good Lord.
Then I have Bow Wow.
I just realized that's why Bowers thought I dated Rachel, because I'm from Queens. Wasn't worth it. Keep going with the drawings.
I'm
Keep
saying,
going.
you know, I've been in Queens a bunch, right? I've been in Queens a bunch, and I didn't.
Okay. I have Bernie, I just have some notes on your outfit.
I love his hand in his pocket.
That's hilarious because if you guys saw the 9-second video from the campaign that's on my YouTube, when I did approach Bernie, he just breezed the fuck by and didn't even stop.
He was like, I will not give you 1% of my time.
I hear Barbara Streisand wants to talk to me. I'll talk to you later.
Ben's like, did Bernie and I have a thing? Did we have a thing? You are trying to undress me already?
Wow. Oh, fuck.
I love Giggly Ben. This is great. Next up, I have Michael Phelps and Ben in a jacuzzi. Ben in his element. Then I have Ben I have Bowers after one of his tours. He walks in. Who wants an autograph? So I call it Billy Big Balls Bowers. And then I have Ben walking into a Blockbuster. Billy Big Balls Ben in a Blockbuster.
Billy Big Balls.
Billy Big Balls. What is this saying, right? Okay, and then I have...
I've never heard that saying. Is that really a saying?
Never? Oh, I love it.
No.
It's like my favorite saying. I learned it recently. Anyways.
I learned it.
There's some guy named Billy.
Fine, let's move on. All right.
Welcome to our introduction to drawing. My name is Billy Big Balls. We're going to be studying how to draw the male penis. Are you ready, class?
Why am I the only one in class? Shut up, lady. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay. Well then, as promised, I made a couple of fuck my fucking toes. First up, it's Betty White. Next up, it's the one you already saw, but there it is, colored.
Nice.
Wait, see the top of it? See the top of it? There we go.
No, I'm trapped. Wait. I have a sick jacuzzi, please. The very last drawing for today is you chasing down Barbara Streisand for your revenge. It's Ben as a lady killer.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Lady Corbin, everybody, at Art for My Heroes on Instagram. And I think we're gonna be linking her store to our site eventually, so that's gonna be.
And I just want to add. Oh yeah, if you want to check out her store, go to leadycorbin.com. But I just want to add that Jason in the chat just said Ben's cucumber is still not finished. Yeah, twice this whole pandemic.
At least this one I can reach myself.
You tried kissing the cucumber on the neck, Ben.
Can't read. Anyway, all right, we gotta get out of here. Find me at Bowers Comedy. Ben, what you got coming up? What you got coming up to tell us about?
I mean, I just took a huge bite of cucumber, but
I'll do mine. You finish your cucumber.
Thank
All
you.
right. For those of you who are patrons of Ask Us Everything, we have the patron only show in a little over an hour. And for those of you who want to join, you still can go to patreon.com/askuseverything if you want to, and catch our shows every Monday. Also, next Thursday, I'm doing another director's commentary show at Nowhere Comedy Club. Ben, cucumber.
Thank you, brother. Cucumber is done. I have a Patreon as well, patreon.com/Ben Gleib. Free tickets to my shows, letters, personal video calls, group private video calls. It's a lot of fun. And free access to my VIP sessions, whatever it is. I will tell the Evil Longoria story every time. And this Saturday, tomorrow night, is Gleib Off the Top with returning champion and current mayor Justine Marino returning as a special guest because her characters are hilarious. So you gotta check it out and join us. It'll be fun.
Very cool. Rach, you want to announce our thing?
Yeah.
Are we ready for it?
So, yeah, we're ready for it. So Bowers and I have teamed up, and we've decided that we hope you don't have plans on Wednesdays, because on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. we're going to do something called Origin Stories at Nowhere Comedy, where basically we'll interview comedians, non-comics, and our first show is February 10th, and we have Kristen Key. And Bowers, how did you describe it?
So our goal is to figure out the metaphorical dead parents in the metaphorical alley. So we're trying to figure out what made people become the people they are. So our first three guests are Kristen Key, Katrina Davis, and Jamie Kennedy's on the third one. So we've got those are the first three. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, where it's a live podcast that you can only catch live. We're only going to put it up for the Patreons. We'll have the what are they called, archived ones, but the only way you can see it is live, other than if you're on the Patreon. So
I hope you start off each episode with that question, and one of your guests has never seen Batman.
Some of them have actually dead parents. That's when it's going to get weird.
Oh my God.
Who are the
That's such a great.
No, I speak on behalf of dead parents. It's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
It's such a brilliant premise for a show. That's really exciting.
Yeah, so it should be fun. So we're gonna start doing that on Wednesday. So come check that out, guys. It's gonna be a good time. Rach, anything to catch up on before we get the audience out of here?
Yes, we do. We had Zara said it's been so heartwarming to see this community come together and see new faces in the last week. Welcome to the show, Tamantha, Tam Matthew, Tam Michael. We'll keep it simple and just call you Tam. Hope that's cool.
It has been great, by the way. I do want to add that. It has been great. We're getting all kinds of new people joining us. We're getting new front row people, new people in the chat. We very much appreciate it. We even had someone in the front row today who thought this was a stand-up show and very disappointedly left quickly. So chat, they were like, is this a comedy show? And we're like, we're not really sure, but let's hear about Eva Longoria. Let's see what happens. So,
but in my defense, I then remembered this was a show I host, and I did come back into the meeting.
We also had Cannabis Jones, Ben's favorite game, 3 Truths and an Edible.
Weed affects me in a weird way, man.
And then Oingo Boingo said, hey, Steve, they did make a dose. I played it and it sucks.
I think Ben had a few doses.
That's all on his side.
Also, I got one more coming in through the Venmo. Aaron Kelly threw us $10 and said, just want to say thanks for the laughs and the distractions provided with SDSC. I definitely needed it this week. So thank you very much, Aaron. We are happy to provide.
Cool. Is that it? We got everybody caught up? Cool. Well,
yeah, who just muted me?
Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow, noon Pacific. As always, you guys were great. Thanks so much for being here. We love the audience is growing. Thank you for the new people. It's always fun to watch someone get the first time on camera to give their game entries. They're like, oh, and they do it great. You guys all killed it. So great job. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Rach, you want to say anything before you get out of here?
I really like Mexico. I just wanted to say that because one minute it seemed like I didn't like it. I like it when there's no loud neighbor music and internet works, but that could happen anywhere, right? So
I mean, it happened in Ben's house for 6 months, so
Oh yeah, and tomorrow we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I have internet by then, but we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get real drunk because that's what I'm gonna do today. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hungover.
And a lot of people are asking about what level Patreon to join Chris and Rachel's show. I think there will be a separate Patreon for that show. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll have a separate Patreon.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be doing their own thing for that. And I gotta say, it's 3 days into the Biden presidency, and he hasn't yet fixed everything. And I'm really upset. I'm disappointed. I thought the world would be perfect by now. And no, I'm kidding. I'm not a GOP congresswoman from Colorado. Anyway, okay, goodbye.
Thank you, everybody. What a damn fun show this was. Fridays are especially weird and fun. I just realized that if I did host Idiot Drug Test, it would probably be the only game show where the host himself fails instantly. And I just wanted to end by saying you guys are the best, even though I am still a little bit hurt. They didn't want to know how I was hurt, so I'm on the floor in the kitchen. Petting Henry, and we had a drying wooden cutting board that was open for the last day and a half trying to dry very slowly, and I stood up and didn't remember, and immediately I was knocked back.
Goodbye, everybody.
What?